Afternoon. I'm Kirsten Murphy, Executive Director of the Vermont Developmental Disabilities Council. The Council is one of the organizations that sponsors the Vermont Leadership Series. I understand you are a new member of our participating class for 24-25. Welcome. In the past, we've sent a letter with some details so that you can anticipate what your hotel accommodations and meals will be like. This year, we're going to do it as a movie since that feels a little bit more accessible. So please watch this short video so that we can help you get the best, most positive leadership experience. All right. So weekend one, to remind you, will be held at the Capitol Plaza Hotel, 100 State Street in Montpelier, Vermont. Leadership starts by 9:30. At least we ask you to arrive by 9:30. We start promptly at 10 on Saturday, November 2nd. You'll stay overnight, and we will finish around 3 p.m. on Sunday, November 3rd. So here are some tips for dealing with the hotel. You will have a single room during Saturday night. There are a couple of exceptions. I think two of you are coming with a family member, two brothers are coming together, and a father and son are coming together. You will each share a room with your family member. Those are rooms with two queen beds. Everybody else will have a single room. Our training will take place on the first floor in the Ethan Allen room that's near the front desk of the hotel. When you arrive, it isn't yet time to check into the hotel, so feel free to bring your suitcase or bags to the meeting room or leave them in your car if that's more convenient. We will make time for you to check into the hotel later in the day, probably after 3 p.m. Now, usually hotels ask for a credit card when you check in. Please know that you do not need to provide one. The Leadership Series is paying for your room, and we have provided them with a state credit card for all of the rooms. So if asked, you do not need to provide a credit card. Because the state card is the one on file, please, please be very careful not to charge anything to your room, like a snack or a drink from the bar. And then for those of you that have cars, here's some tips about parking. There is parking behind the hotel, and that parking is free during Saturday and Sunday during the day. You will have to get the parking ticket that you got at the gate when you entered the parking lot. You'll have to get that ticket validated at the front desk. Parking is not free overnight, so we highly recommend that you move your car to street parking for the overnight time. Street parking is free in Montpelier on Saturday night. Meals. Everyone likes to know how they're going to be fed at an event like a conference. So Saturday morning, we just provide some light refreshments. We assume you will have already eaten breakfast before you arrive, but we will provide some bagels, juice, coffee, tea from 9:30 to 10:30. Lunch, we'll take an hour break, and we will have sandwiches, salad, fruit, and cookies. And for dinner, we will leave the hotel and go together to a local restaurant in Montpelier. We're still working out the details there. Sunday morning, we'll provide a little bit more substantial breakfast from 8 to 9. Eggs, toast, sausage, pastries, juice, coffee, tea. But that starts early, 8 to 9, because we want to get going. And then lunch, again, we'll have sandwiches, salad, fruit, and cookies. For us to make sure that you feel welcome, we have to know what you need. So please, if you follow a special diet like vegetarian or gluten-free, or you have food allergies, it's very important that you let me know. My email is right there. That's kirsten.murphy@vermont.gov. I'm in charge of ordering the food, so it's just easier to tell me directly so I can work with the hotel. If you need accommodations to be comfortable in the conference room or in your hotel room, please contact someone at the organization that recruited you. So that would probably be Topper at Green Mountain Self Advocates. Or if you were recruited by Family Network, please contact Brianna Underwood. Again, we want to make you as comfortable as possible, but we have to know what you need. Fees. Really, almost all of the costs of leadership are covered by the sponsoring organizations. So that's a pretty good deal. It costs at least $1,500 a person to get through leadership. For participants who can, we ask you to pay $100. Please do so by bringing a check on weekend one, and that check should be made out to Vermont Family Network. If this fee is a hardship, it can certainly be reduced or eliminated. To do that, just please talk again to the organization that recruited you, either Topper at GMSA or Brianna or Emmy Hilliard at Vermont Family Network. We plan to take pictures throughout the weekend, and we will ask you to sign a release form that allows us to do that. If you don't want your picture taken, that is okay. Just tell us that you don't want to sign the form, and we will be happy to respect that. A few other little details. You will get a binder when you arrive, and it will have the program for the weekend and any materials that you're going to need during the training. We share a list with everyone's name, town, and email on it. We do not share phone numbers. If you want to exchange phone numbers with the people that you meet at leadership, we leave that up to you to do privately. If you don't want us to share your email, you will have to let me know that before weekend one. But I'm assuming that for most people, sharing email is pretty okay. Many people ask, do I have to do any homework before weekend one? No, you do not. But we do want you to bring your very best self to leadership. So how do you do that? Get some rest the night before. It's a busy weekend. Wear clothes that are comfortable, and as I explained to people, clothes that would pass a middle school dress code. Remember that leadership is funded by the U.S. government, so please be mindful of your words and actions while at the training and during your free time. We'll talk about serious things, but we're going to have fun doing it. For those of you that are wondering about weekend two, that will be at the Middlebury Inn in Middlebury, Vermont, and that is from 9:30 a.m. Saturday, December 7th till 3 p.m. Sunday, December 8th. We can't wait to get to know you at the Leadership Series. Please feel free to contact me or any of the people that you know at GMSA or Vermont Family Network so we can answer any other questions that you might have. Thank you.